You're looking at the Lee Auto Prime XR. Pretty much priming made easy. Anybody that knows much about reloading your own ammunition is that on a progressive press, sometimes priming can be a pain in the butt. I have a Lee Loadmaster 5-stage progressive press, and it worked for a while, but then something came out of alignment or whatever on the priming system, and it's a tray fed system, so it was working pretty well, but sometimes it always gets bogged down or loaded up with primers, and you gotta take the whole thing apart. It's a real pain in the butt. So I was gonna try hand priming. I didn't originally because I thought, it's gonna be too time consuming, and it's faster to do it on the 5-stage if you can get it to work right. But lately I've just been having so much problem with the priming on the progressive press that I'm just, you get frustrated. You load about 50 rounds and you're done, And so I started looking at hand priming. A lot of people are, talked about it, and so I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. And so I got this this Lee Auto Prime XR, and so basically I just wanted to share this with you. I have some shells here and some primers. I think I just did like 200 rounds in less than like 20 minutes. I mean, yeah, you gotta deprime them all and then whatever, but once you get them deprimed and then you're ready to prime, you can just fly through this, and you can't really mess it up with this priming system. It's almost impossible to mess it up. Granted, all your cases are correct. Sometimes I have some pockets that aren't right and the primers won't go in. So I'm just gonna run a couple of these through. You just load the primer tray like you would load any primer tray, and this one kind of swings around, so when you put it on, you just put it on one corner here, and then you just swing it around, push it down a little bit, and you're ready to rock. And then it has a channel right here where your primers go. So you'll see, they just fall into that channel, and now you're ready to go. And so now all you got to do is you just slide a case in there. Obviously make sure it's deep primed, and as you'll see as you go through the operation, it lifts up a primer, sends it in there, and you're only doing one primer at a time, and this prevents tray detonation. Never seen it. I have had some primers explode on me on the press when they get crunched, and it's pretty loud and it's not real fun, and it's super stressful because you don't want to have a primer go off when you're loading. It's just slows the whole process down. This method, hand priming, is way less stressful. I'm going to tell you that right now. I just did, like I said, like 200 rounds, primed them, they're ready to be loaded now, and it was awesome. It wasn't stressful. So on this, you'll see it has this little bar right here. So you hold it at a 45-degree angle away from you, and there's no way that you can mess this up. You just basically depress the lever as far as it'll go. That stops there, and then you let go. Your case is primed, and it's at the right depth already. So you can see how you can go through real quick, and just your next primer falls in, you're ready to go. I mean, it's so easy. I don't know, I'll never ever go back to priming on the press just because that's so frustrating. That's one of the main parts on the progressive press that's really sometimes difficult to figure out. I mean, every progressive press has its little quirks, and sometimes they're not a big deal, but sometimes they are. Priming on the Loadmaster is kind of a pain in the butt. I may have something messed up or something may be broken. I know that Lee has a lifetime warranty on all their stuff, but as you can see. And the other thing is, I was wasting a bunch of primers. I was going through primers like it was nothing, so I was wasting a whole bunch. I've now loaded 200 plus rounds and haven't wasted one primer. That stuff's not cheap, and they're all already at the correct depth. I didn't do anything. I just slid I just slid the shell holder in there, and you know, it's all good. Now this is one of the shells. I don't know what's wrong with these type of brass, but they don't want to accept these primer releases, so I don't know why that one has such a problem. But all the other ones just slide right in, super easy, you know, stress-free priming. You know, and then once I go down, once they're all primed, I can go down to my press and, you know, load powder, load a bullet, crimp it, and I'll be done. That part never really gives me a problem when it comes to on the press, like the priming system does. And so, you know, I've already loaded up, you know, just these, you know, handful of cases, and I haven't wasted a primer. I haven't had anything detonate. You know, it took less than 5 minutes. So I just want to share this option with you guys. It's really cool. I don't think it's that expensive. I don't have any prices in front of me, but you can look it up. It's the Lee Auto Prime XL, or Lee Auto Prime XR. Thanks for watching.